Thank you. I rise in support of H.R. 1561, the Weather Research and Forecasting Innovation Act of 2015. This bill, introduced by my friend Mr. Lucas, builds on the work that Subcommittee Chairman Mr. Bridenstine and former Subcommittee Chairman Mr. Stewart and I did in the last Congress. The language before us today is a result of a truly bipartisan effort with extensive discussions and negotiation across the aisle. Although the bill is not perfect, it is a good bill and a better bill than the one that passed in the last Congress, and I ask all my colleagues to support it. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has many important tasks at the cutting edge of science and service. The agency's responsibilities for weather forecasting are critical to our country. We're proud of the good work of NOAA and its dedicated employees. They're a committed workforce responsible for keeping our communities safe during inclement weather. But with the increasing frequency of severe weather events, there can and should be improvements in weather forecasting. For example, forecasts can be more precise regarding what will happen and when. Forecasts can provide more lead time, especially of severe weather events, to allow people to prepare. Forecast information can be communicated more effectively to the public and those in harm's way, so we can reduce the loss of life and property. This bill is designed to make sure that NOAA achieves these important goals. H.R. 1561 draws upon the model of innovation used by the military services, where researchers work hand in hand with those on the front lines to develop innovations that have real-world practical returns. The bill connects the research side of NOAA, the Office of Oceanic and Atmospheric Research, more effectively with the forecasting needs of the National Weather Service. The bill contains several provisions that will improve interactions and information sharing between OAR and NWS. It also establishes new ways for NOAA to hear from and work with the broader research and private weather communities. Now, NOAA is not the only agency that researches weather or has responsibility for communicating forecast information, so the bill establishes interagency coordination through the Office of Science and Technology Policy across agencies that have these responsibilities. This coordination will leverage our limited resources and more rapidly spread the adoption of best tools and practices across agencies. H.R. 1561 recognizes that the best forecasts in the world will not fully serve the public's needs unless we have an effective communications system. The bill directs NOAA to do more research, listen to experts, and improve its risk communication techniques. The bill also reestablishes a program that allows NOAA awards to people who save the lives of others through reliance on NOAA's Weather Radio All Hazards program. This bill also establishes a pilot program at NOAA to look to the commercial sector for weather forecasting data. This is an overdue effort to ensure that federal dollars are spent effectively and leveraged appropriately. Additionally, the bill requires NOAA to run simulations of the effect of different configurations of instruments and data sets on forecasting accuracy, so the agency can look at the benefits and costs of different arrays of sensors. It's important to make sure that these requirements are not too prescriptive so that NOAA is able to use the most efficient, accurate, and cost-effective model for the situation. I'll continue to work with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle on how we can make these provisions work well. In summary, the changes in this bill will bring about advances that result in better development and deployment of forecast innovations and technology. Importantly, most of these changes are coming at little or no cost. The bill is focused on changes to internal processes rather than simply spending more money. To the degree that the bill does expand the agency's authorization for weather research, it is done in line with anticipated needs in this area. Again, I want to thank the members on both sides of the aisle for their input and support. I'm particularly grateful to Ms. Johnson for her support during negotiations, as well as Mr. Lucas and Mr. Bridenstine. Also, I want to thank the hardworking staff on both sides of the aisle for their efforts to keep coming back to the table and helping to move this forward. And Mr. Chairman, we also received many letters of support for H.R. 1561 from more than 20 different organizations, including the Weather Coalition, the University Corporation of Atmospheric Research, which represents more than 100 research institutions, the Global Weather Corporation, the American Weather and Climate Industry Association, the American Commercial Space Weather Association, and many others. Additionally, we received letters of support from a number of individuals who serve on the Environmental Information Services Working Group, which is one of NOAA's scientific advisory bodies. Mr. Chairman, I ask my colleagues to support this bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.